So far, early voting has been record numbered, and at record numbers, that is, especially with Latinos along border counties. But how do Latinos exactly play a role when it comes to votes during this election season? CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada explains.
Latinos are starting to see that they are a relevant demographic, that Latinos have a strong say, and they can determine the election in many states.
Record voter turnouts around the country, including the Rio Grande Valley, has many election analysts believing more and more that the effects of Latino voters in this year's election will be significant. According to the National Association of Latino Elected Officials, educational fund analysis, more than 13.1 million Latinos are expected to cast ballots, marking a 17% increase in voter turnout and an 8% increase in the Latino share of the vote compared to 2012.
I feel like it's really important. I'm really proud of our Hispanic culture right now, that they're really involved. I'm so proud.
UTRGV assistant political science professor Angel Savadra says it may have to do with the candidates and wanting to choose the right one.
But we do see is that the registered voters has actually gone up a little bit more between the previous presidential election and this one.
Usually normal voter turnout in Hidalgo County is around 45%.
Are we going to break that this election? Maybe. There's a high likelihood that we will.
The increase in voters locally in this year's election may have to do with the fact that 33% of Hidalgo County residents are under the age of 18.
So as our younger population starts to age, we become able to register to vote. We become eligible voters.
But will this be enough to sway the election from a mostly Republican state to Democrat?
We're asking the question, are Latinos going to shift the vote in Texas? At this point, I don't think they will this election, but within one or two elections.
Savadra's research shows that assimilation isn't changing the party affiliation.
I look at the dynamics of whether Latinos are going to start to be Republican at some point, and I find no evidence for that. I find that Latinos, especially once they embrace their Latino identity, are more likely to identify as Democrats.
Still, the power of voting this election will help to improve Hispanics or Latinos' opportunity to push for changes in representation.
The more we vote, the more we engage in the political process, the stronger say we will have.
In Hidalgo County, Priscilla Estrada, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.
And if you have not yet taken advantage of early voting, you can still do so until this Friday. Election Day is a week from today. That's November 8th.